Now, did you really not think it was gonna happen? A couple of PlayStation Store sales end, and what happens? A couple of new PlayStation Store sales begin, and really good ones at that. We've got the games under $15 sale and the double discount sale, and on top of that, we've got some free stuff on PSN as well, with some free avatars and free themes commemorating Yakuza 0. We'll go over those at the end of this video, but a lot of great deals are a part of both sales. I'll go over both of them relatively quickly. We're gonna spend the entirety of the video taking a look at the sales, and we'll have more in-depth videos taking a look at the best deals, because there's a ton of deals available. Again, two sales, double discounts, being that if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you save double than you would had you been a non-subscriber. If you want to take advantage of the double discount sale, obviously you want to be a Plus subscriber. The prices non-Plus subscribers are paying are just astronomically high. I really feel bad for anyone that gets duped into buying some of these games while not being a Plus subscriber. That'd be very, very unfortunate, but you know, there are people that are paying monthly for Plus, so I imagine there are other people that don't really understand how some of these things work, and they're getting duped a little bit. But nonetheless, I know you guys aren't, because you're watching this channel, so let's take a look at some of the great deals as a part of the games under $15 sale. Right away, the aforementioned Yakuza 0 is 50% off for $9.99. That is a great deal for a game that you can spend a lot of time with. It's a game with a lot of extra content, and if you want to do everything, you're going to be busy for quite a while with that one, and $10 for it is pretty good. I do believe that was a Plus title relatively recently, maybe a year and a half ago, so that is something to bear in mind. Maybe some of you guys already have it, but nonetheless, $9.99 for that is really good. One of my favorite PlayStation 4 games, and my favorite game in the Assassin's Creed franchise, is significantly discounted. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is 70% off for $8.99. I've talked about it at length, but Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag really hits home with me. It is my favorite game in the series. I love the naval combat in the game. I loved Edward Kenway as a main character. I know when you talk about Assassin's Creed, everybody gravitates towards Ezio, and rightfully so. Ezio was an awesome lead, but Edward, I thought, was hilarious. I think Edward had a lot of longevity to him. Unfortunately, Black Flag was the only game he was really represented in, and that was always a little bit of a bummer to me, but entirely, AC4 is a fantastic game. It's a game that I've completed multiple times, literally 3 or 4 times. I just think it's that good of a game, and if you've never played it, it was a PlayStation 4 launch title, so you might have missed out on it. $9 for it is great. For whatever reason, they have the Evil Within 2 listed under the games under $15 sale. Figure that one out, because it's 70% off for $17.99. Not quite under $15, but nonetheless, it'll do. Evil Within 2 is a great game. If you want a quality survival horror title, Shinji Mikami did a fantastic job with that game. Significant improvement upon the Evil Within 1, which I thought was a pretty good game, but Evil Within 2 is a much better game. Undertale is 15% off for $12.74, one of the most iconic downloadable games in recent memory. Definitely worth a buy, even though it's not a significant discount. Still a pretty good little buy there. Resident Evil 4, 60% off for $7.99. Pretty good there. Another very iconic game that originally released on the GameCube, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 2, had a Nintendo Wii release. On the PlayStation 4, it's more of the same. I'd love to see a ground-up Resident Evil 2 style remake for that game. I know it's not as old school as an RE2 or an RE3, but man, that game could use a facelift as well, and I think it could introduce a lot of new players to the phenomenal game of Resident Evil 4. Would love to see that, but otherwise the base game as is pretty good as well. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom is 60% off for $9.99. I really enjoyed MVC3, and it's one to definitely check out, because Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was an absolute dud. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 still holds up pretty well, and for $9.99, I'd say it's a good buy. Hollow Knight Voidheart Edition is $7.49. Hollow Knight is awesome. It's a great game, a little bit on the challenging side, but great visual style, great gameplay, and $7.49 is an awesome buy for that. One title that is a little bit older at this point and maybe has slipped under your radar a little bit, but awesome aesthetics there, and $7.50 is a great buy right now. Mad Max is 50% off for $9.99. That game had the unfortunate fate of being released the same day as Metal Gear Solid 5. Being two big budget open world games, do you think you have to guess which game gamers gravitated towards? It was MGS5, but Mad Max was pretty good in its own right, has very satisfying combat reminiscent of a Batman Arkham or a Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, and the gameplay is pretty good. Open world is a little bit barren, but hey, it's Mad Max, it's set in a freaking desert, so that's kind of to be expected. But nonetheless, $9.99 for that, I would say, is pretty good. Life is Strange Complete Edition down to $3.99. That's pretty good. Batman The Enemy Within Season Pass, $4.94 for that. That seems relatively cheap. Really good buy. I thought Batman, the Telltale series in general, is pretty good. Obviously, that is the second season, so you'll want to play the first season first, so bear that in mind. Far Cry 4, 67% off for $6.59. That actually might be one of the best deals we've seen on Far Cry 4. If I recall correctly, that game usually goes down to $9.99, so $6.59 for it. That's pretty good. And I don't know if it's a recent inclusion to PlayStation Hits, but I don't recall it being a PS Hits title either, so that might be something new. Assassin's Creed Unity, $8.99. Okay, Assassin's Creed game. That was the Assassin's Creed game that kind of did in the old style of AC titles. Obviously, we had AC Syndicate the year after AC Unity, but AC Unity was so poorly received that AC Syndicate kind of bombed in sales, and it's unfortunate because AC Syndicate I thought was a pretty good game. But nonetheless, Unity's still decent enough where I think it's worth going back and playing at $9. I don't think it's horrible. Dishonored 2 is down to $11.99. Great buy for Dishonored 2. I love the Dishonored games. Hopefully at some point Arcane will go back and make a Dishonored 3, but Dishonored 2 was a considerable improvement upon the first game, added a lot of variety to the gameplay. You've got 2 playable characters, good stuff there. The Evil Within is down to $5.99. That's the first game, not a bad buy there. The Division 1 is down to $7.49. Guys, the Division 2 was just down to $2.99, so don't really be buying that. Wolfenstein The New Order down to $7.99. Pretty good buy there. Watch Dogs 1 down to $6.59. The Crew down to $6.59. A lot of these Ubisoft games, I think, just got added to PS Hits. I might be wrong about that, but a lot of these are down to $6.59 by the looks of it right now, so really worth a buy there. Wolfenstein The Old Blood, $7.99. Rayman Legends, $4.99. Awesome buy. Awesome platformer there. Unfortunately, Rayman has seemingly stagnated as a franchise. We got some great games with Rayman Origins and Legends, but I don't know if we're going to get another game. Legends was phenomenal, so I'd highly recommend that. Sniper Elite 3 Ultimate Edition is 85% off for $5.99. Weirdly enough, the base game is $7.49, so figure that one out. Don't know what's going on there. A couple of other deals are available. Zombie, $3.99. Child of Life, $4.49. Wolf Among Us, $4.94. Hell yeah, that is a fantastic deal. I've talked at length about Wolf Among Us. It is fantastic. Definitely give that a look. Dear Esther Landmark Edition, one of those games that really kind of introduced the masses to walking simulator style of games. $3.99 for that is pretty good. It's a little bit older. Was released on PC years and years ago. Really well received back then. Aged a little bit, but still worthwhile to go back and give that a look. A plethora of other deals are available, but those are the majority of the great ones. Double Discounts also has a lot of good deals available. I see Battlefield 1. Battlefield 5 is down to $11.99. Wow, that might be the cheapest we've seen Battlefield 5 at for. Great buy there. Obviously, it is a part of EA Access, but still, all things considered, that's a really good buy. BF1 is $7.99 and Hardline is $3.99. Hardline has a pretty decent campaign, so $4 for that actually isn't terrible. Blasphemous, $14.99. Burnout Paradise Remastered is $7.99. Pretty good there. Darksiders 3, a game that I think is a little underrated, $17.99. Hopefully the Darksiders franchise sticks around for a while. Deus Ex Mankind Divided down to just $4.19. Fantastic deal there. Devil May Cry HD Collection, $14.99. Not bad. Dishonored Definitive Edition down to $6.79. So coupled with Dishonored 2 being relatively cheap right now, that is a great buy. Dishonored Death of the Outsider Deluxe Bundle. I do believe that includes Dishonored 1, 2, and Death of the Outsider. Yes, it does. And that is $17.99 with your Plus subscription. Pretty good buy there. That includes, again, both Dishonored 1 and 2, and then the standalone expansion and Death of the Outsider. All that content for $18, I would say, is pretty good. DMC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition, a game that I always go to bat for, is down to $9.99. Not bad there. Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition, $24. That is a game that people herald to be the greatest RPG of all time. That is literally not hyperbole. A lot of people will go to that length about Divinity Original Sin 2. I played it at length. I didn't think as highly of it, but that's me saying that I don't think it's the greatest RPG of all time. Is it a phenomenal game? Absolutely. Objectively speaking, it is such a well-made game. The attention to detail in that game is remarkable. I just didn't feel like other people when they thought it was this literal out-of-body experience playing the game. It's great, I just didn't think at that level. However, I am definitely in the minority in thinking that. People, again, think so highly of that game, so I would go with the majority standpoint rather than my own opinion, because I think it's a great game. Other people think, again, it's an out-of-body experience, so I would stick with that rationale. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is 60% off for $11.99. Great buy there. Great PlayStation 3 game that was remastered on the PS4. Technical shackle handcuffs removed. Now, Capcom, where is my Dragon's Dogma 2? Every time I talk about Dragon's Dogma, comments come out in drove, where's the Dragon's Dogma 2? And I am in agreement with that. Where's that Dragon's Dogma 2? Dying Light down to $9.99. Far Cry New Dawn is discounted. Not a great deal on that, actually. For Honor down to $7.49, Injustice 2 down to $11.99, MK11 down to $24, Okami HD down to $9.99, definitely can't go wrong with that. A couple of Need for Speed games are discounted, Persona Dancing titles are discounted, Dancing in Moonlight is $14.99, as is Dancing in Starlight. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, $14.99 for that, that's really good. Resident Evil Triple Pack, $23.79. South Park games are discounted as well. A lot of games that we've seen on sale recently are discounted here once again, but that's definitely not a bad thing. Terraria down to $5.99 on PS4, that's definitely pretty nice. Watch Dogs 2 down to $12.49. Watch Dogs 2 is awesome. I often say it did for Watch Dogs what Assassin's Creed 2 did for Assassin's Creed, and that is very, very high praise. Watch Dogs 2 seemingly didn't get the same level of recognition as the first game, but I thought it was really good, and I definitely give it a shout. World War Z, standout deal. It is down to $12. Fantastic deal, and they've done a great job of keeping that game updated, fresh with new content, all that good stuff. Would highly, highly recommend that, especially if you can convince a couple of friends to pick that up. So those are the majority of the deals of double discounts. I kind of blitzed through that, but a lot of deals are available. I do want to lastly note, Yakuza 0 has got some free stuff available right now with a couple of avatars of the various characters. There is also Yakuza 0 theme. You've got the Kiryu avatar, you've got the Majima avatar, Tachibana avatar, Kuze avatar, Owano avatar, Nishikamaya avatar, and then the Shubuasa avatar. I probably butchered some of those names, but nonetheless, those are all available free right now in conjunction with the game being down to $9.99. So that's going to conclude this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can always leave that in the comment section down below. We'll definitely cover these sales a little bit more in depth. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.